In today's video, we're diving into one of the darkest and most terrifying corners of the internet. The deep web, a place hidden from ordinary search engines, where strange websites, anonymous users, and unexplained mysteries are said to exist. Most people think these stories are just creepy urban legends, but what if some of them are true? What if one wrong click could lead you to a website you were never meant to find? A live stream that knows your name. Or a message from someone who shouldn't know where you live. Tonight, you'll hear 3 disturbing deep web horror stories that will make you think twice before opening an unknown link or answering a message from a stranger. So, before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more terrifying horror stories every week. Your support helps this channel grow, and you never know which story might become your next nightmare. Now, turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and get ready, because some corners of the internet should never be explored. A friend of mine in college was obsessed with the deep web. He spent hours talking about hidden forums, anonymous marketplaces, and websites that normal search engines could never find. One night, he sent me a message. I found something weird, joined the call. When I connected, he was sharing his screen. The website was completely black except for a single button labeled Watch Live. I told him not to click it. He laughed and pressed it anyway. A grainy video feed appeared. It showed an empty room lit by a single hanging light bulb. Nothing moved for almost a minute. Then a man wearing a black hoodie walked into the room carrying an old video camera. He looked directly into the lens and said, "Tonight's guest is watching." My friend laughed nervously. Probably some dumb horror prank. Then a second camera angle appeared. It was a live feed of my friend's bedroom. The same desk, the same chair, the same posters on the wall. My friend stopped laughing. He quickly looked behind him. Nobody was there. Then the man on the screen raised the old camera and pointed it toward us. A new message appeared below the video. "Wave hello." My friend slowly backed away from his computer. At that exact moment, someone knocked 3 times on his bedroom door. He was home alone. The call disconnected. I tried reaching him for the rest of the night, but he never answered. The next morning, I drove to his apartment. The police were already there. His front door was wide open. His computer was still on. The website was gone. The only thing left on the monitor was a black screen with white letters. Thanks for watching. Nobody ever saw my friend again. A few years ago, I received an email with no sender and no subject line. Inside was a single sentence. "You have been invited." Below it was a strange web address and a countdown timer showing 30 minutes. Curiosity got the better of me. I opened the link. The page loaded slowly. Black background. No images. Just a live chat with hundreds of anonymous users waiting for something to begin. Messages filled the screen. "First time here. Don't leave before the end. He can see who disconnects." I thought it was some kind of internet joke. Then the countdown reached 0. A video appeared. It showed a dark room with a wooden chair in the middle. A masked figure walked into view and sat down. He didn't speak. He just stared at the camera. Then a message popped up in the chat. "Type your city." People actually started doing it. One by one, hundreds of users posted where they lived. I didn't type anything. A few seconds later, a private message appeared on my screen. "You don't have to. We already know." A map opened automatically. A red dot blinked on it. The dot was my house. I slammed my laptop shut. My heart was pounding. A few seconds later, my phone buzzed. A known number. I answered. Nobody spoke, but I could hear typing. Then a voice whispered, "Look outside." I walked to the window and pulled the curtain back. A man wearing a black mask was standing across the street, completely still, holding up the laptop. Its screen was glowing, and I could see my own face reflected on it. Late one night, I found a discussion board hidden deep inside a forgotten corner of the internet. You couldn't create an account. You couldn't search for users. Every post was anonymous. The title of the forum was simple: "Tell us your biggest fear." People posted everything: dark water, clowns, being buried alive, home invasions. I thought it was harmless, so I wrote a joke. "My biggest fear is waking up and finding someone standing in my bedroom." Less than a minute later, someone replied, "Turn around." I laughed and refreshed the page. There was another message. "No, seriously. turn around. A cold feeling ran through me. I looked over my shoulder. The room was empty. I typed back, "Nice try." Another reply appeared instantly. "Check the closet." I stared at the screen. Then I heard it. A soft tap. Coming from inside my closet. I told myself it was just the house settling. Then came another tap. And another. Slow. Deliberate. I stood up and walked toward the closet door. My hands were shaking. Just as I reached for the handle, my computer made a loud notification sound. I looked back. A new post had appeared. It was a photograph. A photograph of me standing in front of my closet, taken from behind. I spun around. The bedroom was empty. When I looked back at the computer, the forum was gone. Every page returned in error. I searched for it for weeks. Nothing. No screenshots. No record that it had ever existed. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear 3 soft taps coming from inside my closet. And every time I check my computer screen, there's a single message waiting for me. We're still reading your replies. And that's where tonight's deep web horror stories come to an end. If any of these stories gave you chills, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new nightmare. And remember ... if you ever come across a strange link online late at night ... some things are better left unclicked.